You're watching Business Connection, and joining me now from Busey Bank is Natasha Marriner. Natasha, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Happy to. Tell me a little bit about Busey. What should we know about our hometown bank?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Busey Bank is actually a Champaign-based organization from 1868, so that the math on that is 155 years.
That's
which
awesome.
I was very surprised to learn when I joined the organization. I think that's really impressive to have that kind of history. We have 60 locations across our footprint, and that's Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and Florida. And 10 of those locations are in the Chicagoland area, 2 of which are local here in Naperville. We focus on primarily 5 different business units, which is business, lending, deposits for business owners, personal, wealth management, and in that space we have family office, 401ks, and treasury management, and then finally our First Tech is our payment processing subsidiary.
Okay. So, but I think it's nice to have Busey, because it's a family-owned bank, and it's nice to have them here in Naperville who really values that community connection. So it's awesome to have them in great locations, one in Gartner and one right in Main Street.
Right, downtown Naperville. Yeah.
Perfect for it. Lots of growth over the last 8 years. Tell me about it and what you kind of think is coming out of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm told that we've grown 250% over that time, and that brings us to over $12 billion as an organization. And what's interesting about that is there are not a lot of regional banks that are in that space. There's a lot that are smaller and a lot are larger, so it's a really nice sweet spot for a number of reasons. One, we have our wealth management group also has approximately over $12 billion under care as well. So to have that commitment to both the banking side as well as the wealth side is very unusual. We have local decision making, which continues to be really important. We have a lot of clients that come to us because they want to have that high touch local decision making expertise. And the high touch part is fun. We have the products and services of a larger bank, but we have the concierge service of a smaller bank.
Well, it's nice to know your banker. It's nice to have a banker as a business person that that asks about your business and may have an idea of how to help your business, grow or get an extra line of credit when needed and things like that. So I think it's really important for it.
And it goes beyond that too, right? So it not only your business, but then how does that translate through to the business owner?
Right.
And what are the things that they may not be thinking about personally? Like I don't even know my work phone number. I give out my cell phone, right? That's the high touch.
Right.
And even this weekend I had 2 clients reach out because they're business owners that aren't doing their personal business during their work hours, but they're thinking about it on the weekend, right? And it's nice for them to have somebody they know they can get in touch with.
Right, absolutely. And there's a level of trust that you can share, and because finances are a little bit personal, both on a business level and on the truly personal level. So you've got to have that trust. Busey has been a wonderful community partner. They get Naperville.
Yeah.
They recognized what we had here when they were coming in, and they have really embraced it and shown us just great kindness. And especially to NCTV, it lifts up our show Spotlight, which lifts up 72 not-for-profits a year, which is awesome. Why is a commitment to community so important?
It's baked into the culture, which is what I've found personally so attractive to me as someone who's joined the organization within the last 3 years. They give $1.6 million out annually. I think that's impressive. There's a lot of fun things that we do internally. So there's the emails that go out internally that spotlight different volunteers or organizations. We have a traveling trophy that I'm happy to say for volunteer hours sits in Naperville again this quarter, and they also do give paid hours to go volunteer. So for those that kind of have are stuck at their desk a little bit, they can get out monthly and still get paid for those hours to volunteer. So it's very much encouraged, and it's from the top.
And that's awesome because it's important. I know as a not-for-profit, that we look to our banks to have those community dollars.
Yeah.
To reinvest as people invest their money with the bank. So we totally appreciate that. How is Tell me a little bit about how Busey has been active with the community, and is this a point of real emphasis for the bank?
Yeah, it absolutely is. There are 4 pillars that really are a focus for the organization. Obviously, our customers, our associates, our shareholders, and the community. And there are dozens of organizations that we give to, whether it's time or talents within the Naperville market, which is a lot of fun. I personally have been involved, I've been in this market for 25 years, living, working, and I've had the pleasure of interacting with a number of nonprofits, and even personally, currently I'm active in Little Friends, Loaves and Fishes, 100 Women Who Care, to name a few. And really work with the folks that I work with to make sure that they also are committed to, whatever they're passionate about within the community. So that's a lot of fun to get them introduced as well.
Well, I think it's a win-win situation for Busey and the community to be really able to kind of be lockstep and working with organizations and the community to help raise it up.
Absolutely.
Because everybody needs a thriving community, and we need banks to do that. I think people underestimate the role that banks play in their community, from loans to business to personal banking to that philanthropy commitment, that commitment to community. The banks are like one of the last people, their corporations still doing that.
Right.
So we totally thank you.
Right.
If somebody wants to get to know a little bit more about Busey, or come in and think about them for whether personal or business, how can they get in touch?
Well, they're welcome to go online and take a look at the website, busey.com, specifically for information on the Chicagoland locations, especially here in Naperville. It's busey.com/Chicagoland.
Okay.
There's information there for local phone numbers, but come call, visit. We'd love to help in any way we can.
So yeah, because I know that when I've visited Busey, it's just how I can walk in and get to talk to somebody, whether it's for business or whether it's for personal.
And they'll know you.
Yes, and I think that's, again, so important. So Natasha, thank you for coming and visiting and telling us about the great things that Busey is doing in the community. Thank you to Busey for being a huge supporter of NCTV 17, the community. It's so important.
Yeah, it is. And we appreciate the time.
If you want to learn more about Busey Bank, please visit their website.